There's a new candy man in town. YouTube star turned entrepreneur Ryan Trahan is channeling his humor and heart into Joyride Sweets, the low-sugar gummy brand that's proving candy can be delicious and smarter for you. When he was 15 years old, the chance of becoming an internet celebrity led Ryan Trahan to start a YouTube channel in 2013. He debuted with a spoof PSA as River Banks, CEO of Water.
Here at Water, we like to keep people hydrated, healthy, happy, and energetic.
But most of his early videos focused on running, highlighting his cross-country competitions. Later, his content shifted to stunt-style challenges, like staying overnight in the oldest hotel in the world or trying every seat on the most expensive airline. Unlike many YouTubers, his projects avoided reckless dares, leaning instead on quirky, creative ideas.
Is there any way you guys would be able to take me to Iowa?
Iowa? That's a big ask, but
Yeah.
no way.
He also began experimenting with extended challenges that unfolded over multiple videos, giving viewers a story to follow in real time.
So I guess I'm gonna call a guy named Seth in Minnesota and see if he can take me to Minneapolis.
Now, with more than a decade online, Trahan has built the kind of following most influencers only dream about. As of fall 2025, he has over 3 million Instagram followers, over 2 million TikTok followers, and over 21 million YouTube subscribers. His easygoing personality and willingness to dive into unusual experiences have made him a natural star of the internet video age.
It takes a lot of thinking and breaking down of what you think someone would click on.
It sounds like Trahan was always on track for big things. His academic record propelled him to the top of his class and made him valedictorian of Rice High School's 2017 graduating class. The Altair, Texas high school may not have realized how big its top graduate would become in the years that followed, but his academic achievements indicated that he was set to be successful in his life's next phase. Of course, there's a YouTube video of Trahan giving his valedictorian speech featured on his channel. The video shows off the good-humored personality his fans were already well acquainted with as he addresses the crowd and provides words of encouragement for his fellow high school graduates.
We will only ever have two choices: to merely exist as the chicken we are not, or to live as the eagle we are.
Joining Joyride Sweets may be the venture that stuck, but it wasn't Trahan's first attempt at launching products tied to his internet fame. Before candy, he co-founded Neptune Bottles. Named for the Roman god of the sea, the brand set out to compete with big names like Yeti and Stanley while addressing the waste of single-use plastic water bottles. Neptune bottles looked much like the bulbous, customizable water bottles sold everywhere today, with plenty of space for stickers and labels. Fans embraced the idea. 851 backers pledged over $30,000 to its Kickstarter, and Trahan later reported $50,000 in revenue during the company's first year. But Neptune never found lasting footing in an oversaturated market. While its social media pages remain open and it still sits on Trahan's LinkedIn, the business is no longer active. A YouTube clip of Trahan surveying shoppers about the bottles lingers as a reminder of a promising idea that didn't quite last. Continuing the mythology naming motif started by Neptune Bottle, Trahan launched a clothing line under the name Hydra Collective, a reference to the multi-headed creature from ancient Greek lore. This primarily sold hoodies, with regular drops of new products. The icy, futuristic look of its staple pieces and the overall aesthetic were arguably worlds away from the warm and outgoing persona Trahan portrays in his social media life, which may have caused some confusion among his followers. Much like Neptune Bottle, there's little evidence online of Hydra apparel today, although if you search its name, you can find straggler pieces online, such as on vintage clothing websites. While the designer of the Hydra logo has kept the image as part of their online portfolio, the domain name is currently unused, further proof that Trahan sidelined his foray into fashion for other pursuits, namely the low-sugar candy company at which he would later adopt a major role. Even with so much on his plate, Trahan stayed committed to academics and athletics, competing on the cross-country and track team at Texas A&M University. A statement from the school's athletic department acknowledged his interest in continuing his business projects, including YouTube, while still competing. Because NCAA policy prohibited athletes from promoting certain businesses, Trahan had to request a waiver.
Basically, right now, I'm considered ineligible until this whole situation is over.
He was ultimately granted permission to juggle school, running, and YouTube. But over time, he realized he was studying and running more out of discipline than passion. That realization pushed him to step away. Dropping out wasn't just about quitting school. It was about recognizing that his real passion was YouTube. The decision marked a turning point for Trahan, one that allowed him to dedicate all of his energy to content creation. What began as a stunt quickly became a full-on phenomenon with Trahan's followers. His wildly popular spin on a penny challenge started with a simple idea: trade a penny for increasingly valuable items and see how far it could go in 30 days. The ultimate goal? Deliver that penny to Mr. Beast and raise $100,000 for Feeding America. Trahan managed to travel across the US by steadily trading up to bigger and better opportunities, proving his belief that pennies are a lot like dreams. They'll sit and rot unless you pick it up and do something about it. The challenge became both an experiment in ingenuity and a showcase of his persuasiveness. Millions tuned in as the series went viral.
I'm gonna try to get a big breakfast and iced coffee, and let's see if we run out of money.
And the charity fundraiser far exceeded its goal, ultimately topping $1.4 million. With content that mixed entertainment, cleverness, and generosity, Trahan found the formula for videos that not only captivated viewers, but also created meaningful impact.
I got my penny. Now what are you doing?
I'm going to sleep.
Okay.
Streamers who amass a following as large as Trahan's usually catch the attention of award organizations like the Streamy Awards. With his steady upward climb of likes and views, plus a growing list of good deeds that endeared him to millions of fans, Trahan was more than deserving of his Breakout Creator of the Year award in 2022. It marked a turning point, officially recognizing him as one of the standout personalities of the digital era.
So the fact that we won is so crazy.
That piece of hardware was just a taste of the accolades to come for the hardworking influencer. At the following year's Streamy Awards, Trahan went home with First Person Creator of the Year. Up against stiff competition from some of the internet's biggest names, Trahan proved that his brand has both merit and staying power. The next enterprise on Trahan's list was Joyride Sweets, a candy company offering a modern, mindful take on gummy treats. Rather than start a brand from scratch, Trahan was approached in 2022 by Joyride's creator, who was looking for a partner to expand the company. With both men based in Austin, the connection was natural. By 2023, Trahan had stepped in as co-owner and chief creative officer, helping take the brand to new heights.
Hey guys, so this is me launching my new candy brand, Joyride.
The partnership brought immediate visibility to Joyride, thanks to Trahan's huge online following. He frequently featured Joyride products in his content, using his reach to introduce fans to low-sugar candies free of artificial dyes and full of fiber. Trahan's credibility as both an entrepreneur and an influencer gave Joyride a face to match its mission of redefining candy. With his platform, he helped bring Joyride into the hands and mouths of snackers across the country. It's not uncommon for folks in the same industry to become romantically entangled. Content creation is no exception, with Trahan's own love story stemming from his YouTube career. Lifestyle vlogger Pham connected with the future candy connoisseur via an introduction by a mutual friend at the 2019 VidCon, a creator convention that seems like a perfect setting for influencer romance to blossom. To paraphrase Trahan's own description, it was a match made in Gen Z heaven. Pham became Trahan's first girlfriend before eventually becoming his wife. While Pham now makes regular appearances in Trahan's content, she is an internet superstar in her own right, with nearly 4 million subscribers tuning in for videos that primarily focus on her love of reading. Her additional 1.6 million Instagram followers are also treated to photos and videos of her adventures with Trahan, as well as her love of journaling and fashion. She's also set to publish her first book, a romance called Just Friends, in 2026. With both parties boasting flourishing online communities, they're arguably something of a power couple in the YouTube world. Trahan has long been known for turning internet stunts into opportunities for good, and one of his boldest ideas was raising money for St. Jude Children's Research Hospital, which focuses on pediatric treatment and research. He and his wife set out on an ambitious journey, 50 states in 50 days, staying at unique Airbnbs and documenting it online. The trip became more than a travel vlog. Donations poured in, and smaller challenges that kept momentum high, like a $10,000 pledge for running a mile under 5:30. The mix of entertainment and charity captivated audiences everywhere. By the time the couple wrapped in Hawaii, the fundraiser had pulled in over $11.5 million, about $230,000 per day. The campaign proved how much impact influencers can make when they combine creativity, endurance, and a genuine commitment to helping others. You won't find much controversy about Ryan Trahan and Pham. The two online stars project the same wholesomeness their fans see day to day. While that may feel less exciting to those who crave juicy gossip, it can be refreshing to see a pair who are simply sweet. Trahan credits much of his current outlook to a spiritual pursuit that led him to develop a relationship with God. This marked a 180 for someone who once called himself a cynical atheist and debated Pham's beliefs.
Ultimately, I did land on Jesus, and I started, developing a relationship with God.
Since then, his faith has become a cornerstone, motivating his philanthropy, shaping his desire to do good, and showing there's more to the Joyride Sweets co-owner than just candy and YouTube antics. A scroll through Trahan's TikTok shows that even after entering the candy business, fitness is still central to his life. His focus on health pairs perfectly with Joyride, a brand aiming for candy with a more balanced profile. He's documented everything from bulking and running to a 30-day VR workout experiment. At one point, he committed to a 2,000-calorie diet and swapped weights for virtual headset sessions. The point wasn't only fitness, it was finding ways to make exercise fun and sustainable. He's not alone. Wife Haley Pham, a former dancer, has shared her own routines, including marathon training and breaking down each stage. Their content shows that health remains a shared cornerstone, making a healthier candy venture feel like a natural next step.